Hi guys, my name's Sam and I'm going to take you through this session to help you understand and have a better relationship with the front of your body and the rear. So your anterior chain and your posterior chain. How do they work? What do you understand? And how can we make them better as one? Let's begin. Okay. So whether you do this first thing in the morning, at lunchtime, or in the evening, the principles are still the same. Give your body time. Give your muscles the time. And also don't overcommit to something that I may show you today. So if you need to use a surface, blocks, something that will allow you to just give your body what it needs at the time, I will give you a demonstration. So firstly, I want you to relax completely standing. I want you to be connected with the ground, whether you need to be barefoot, if you have sort of free running shoes, or you're just quite happy in trainers rather than barefoot. It's totally about how you feel. So with this, I'm feeling nice and relaxed, shoulders are relaxed, hips are above my knees are above my feet, and I'm standing here talking to you and breathing, okay? So I want you to just breathe, and I want you to just be still, or a little sway in the hips, and just feel what your body's telling you. If there's any tension in your lower back, in your hips, knees, in your shoulders, in your neck. And I want you to just connect and let go as much as you can in this specific time. So our relationship with tension in the front, in the back, all comes down to the balance that we have. So what I would like to try with you now is to gently drop forwards. You may only be able to come down to your knees, come down to your shins, come down to your feet. In any of these range movements, come back up with me. In any of these range of movements, you may feel tension in the lower back, in the bum, the back of your knees, your calves. I don't want you to be worried about these things, but we are going to react to them. So each time we do something, we're going to try and either move through that tension or move the tension along, okay? So once again, we're going to come back down, breathing gently, knees, shins, ankles, toes on floor. My feet are just over width, hips width, okay, and I gently come up. The other thing I want to be mindful of is I'm not holding myself. What I mean by that is that when I'm coming down, I'm trying not to hold myself in my lower back. I'm trying to use my tummy, but at the same time, I'm trying to be relaxed so I come back down. So this is our third time. You might feel that you've gone a little lower. You might feel that things have moved. Personally, I'm feeling quite a lot of tension in my glutes, in my bum, okay? And I'd sooner that it's in my bum than it's in my lower back, okay? Or in my hips. So we're going to do that one more time, all right? I just want you to register. Have you come a little lower? Do you feel a little freer? And then you come up. So those points to note is that if I can only come down to my knees, then that's fine, all right? And I come up. And if I can go further and further and further, all right? I just don't want you in any holding position, all right? From there, we're going to do the same thing, but in the opposite direction. Now, this is something that's going to challenge your anterior chain. When we lean back, if you do at all on a daily basis, We can be very easily drawn to what's our lower back doing. But I want you to think about what is the front of your body doing, your thighs, your tummy, your shins, your knees, okay? I don't really want you holding tension in your knees, but I want you to know whether you are. All I'm doing is aiming one hand down to the floor with a slight twist. If you're not used to twisting your body, this is something you need to be careful with, but it's something that you do need to be better at doing. The body moves in 3 directions, okay? Forward and back, side to side, and it allows to twist. If we don't do these things, then that's when we can become over-conditioned. So I'm now turning for you and I'm reaching for the other side. I feel a little tremor in the stomach. This is good. I can feel it in my thighs. This is good. I'm reaching for the heel and I come back up. If you need to shake those legs off, do so. We're going to do that one more time. I would like you to stay to the single side, but if you're somebody who's very comfortable with the back bend, then you can go for both hands equally, extending through, creating a bow-like shape. But if you're not used to doing this, you can use one side. Feel the shake. You're getting that stimulation in the muscles. And then we come back to the other side. The wonderful thing about what I'm doing here is it has a knock-on effect to what you do when you bend forwards, because you are freeing your muscles, you're making them longer, you're giving them stimulation, and they react really well to this. So what I'm going to ask of you now is to come back into Ragdoll. All right, so I come down the body, curl down the spine. The tension is now moved out of my bum. I actually can feel it more in my rib cage now as I come down. As I come up gently, curling through the spine, I then go back into that rear reach. So I'm facing you now, but I'm doing exactly the same thing as I did when I was standing side on. Breathe. Feeling that tremor, that stimulation. And then I come up. I'm going to invite you now down onto your knees. So I've got a towel here, just giving me a little bit of cushioning. Once again, I'm coming on from a sideways position. So the very important thing here is, although I'm doing this bend, I'm coming through my anterior chain. I'm coming through my thighs. Breathing, stimulating the muscles, the tendons, the ligaments. And building up that resistance, that behavior, and that relationship. From here, I'm then going to come down into cat position. So I'm on my hands and knees. I curl up, using my tummy, using my upper back. Breathe. And relax. I come back into that anterior stimuli position. Challenging, but try not to overwhelm. We're working together here. I'm trying not to beat my body, but I am here to challenge it. Last one. If this video is something you need to watch first and join in intermittently, that's brilliant. If it's something you just need for some motivation and for some focus, then that's fantastic too. If you need to just pause me and do it and come back to me, do that. Last time. So I come back, my feet are flat on the floor, I come through. Naturally, what I'm also doing with this routine is I'm working through a steady progression that if at any point you need to stop and come back to it, then it's there for you. Last one. Fantastic. Last time into the cat. Using the tummy, curling up around the spine. 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. So we gently stand up. Now you may find that that's enough for you, okay? That you have recruited more of yourself than you have in the past. You may feel that you have given your muscles range that they may not have had or they've not had for a while. That is fine. But I would like to revisit all of those things in one routine and then add one more progression. And as I say, if you need to stop, stop, but watch, learn, and engage as you feel fit. So first things first, feet nice and flat, I'm nice and relaxed. I peel down. Where are we at now? Since you started this with me to now, are you lower? Do you feel freer? If you're feeling a little bit concerned that you've gone too far, then bring it back a little. Gently come up. Are you still staying on the one side and then going to the other? Or are you able to do both sides? Creating that bow. I'm shaking as I stand. Or are you doing one and then the other side? Nice deep breath. You can do that another 2 times, keeping everything to the magic 3, okay? From there, I'm then going to come down onto my hands and knees. Flat feet. Listening to your body is one of the best things you can do, but having somebody guide you whilst learning how to listen to your body is even better. So we've got that lovely lean back, almost looking to see if we can recreate the Matrix moment as he bends back through the air. Using your limbs is obviously then adding extra stimuli to what you are trying to achieve. We then come back into the cat as we lift. And then finally, doing that another 2 times, okay? The back bend and then the cat. All right, you can pause me and do those and then come back. The last one, you can use a unit, you can use the wall, and all we're going to do is come up onto the toes and create that range through the anterior chain gently. Foot health, ankles, knees, and thighs. It is the last activity that I'm showing you It's one of the most advanced activities. It is creating resistance and strength through our anterior chain. Okay? You also can do it in the posterior. If you have some weights, if you can get yourself off the ground. But firstly, we peel down using those weights. They add extra stimulation. They allow the muscles to work with themselves, but in an advanced nature. I peel up. I've got that extra weight to lift, so therefore I'm using more of my muscles and recruiting more in their behavior. And you can alternate between these exercises, movements, and using a unit, a sideboard, something that gives you a steady foundation. Talking about getting yourself a little higher, you can use yoga blocks under your feet to give yourself that lift, or the bottom step of your staircase. I'll just demonstrate the blocks. So I'm on my blocks now. Peel down. So at first, of course, you are going to be cautious. You are going to take your time. You may only still come even to the foot, but eventually you'll go past. Breathe deeply into your rib cage and recruit more of your spine. Movement is one of the most powerful things that we can do with our bodies, but adding weights gives that new level of strength, stability, and connection. I really hope that this video has given you an insight, some education, some motivation. But what I am saying in summary is that we need to be better balanced with our anterior, our front, and our posterior, our back. Get those things to work in harmony. Understand how your body feels when they work better. And I hope that you take it into your day, your week, your months, part of your routine. Thank you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you need to leave a comment, please do so. And follow for more videos of this nature. Take care. I'm Sam. Bye.